Alright, time to work on my race bike. I missed the racing season this year because it all rained out, so now we're in the winter time, so time to do some maintenance on it. It's been a couple years since I've run this thing, so looks like I got a 11, 13, 17, 17, 17, 17. Looks like 17's last year I ran it. So, got cut there. Looks like 17 was the last year I ran this thing. I did 4 races that year. So this is now into 22. So there you go. Alright, so this is a 79 Sportster that I run 1 cylinder, so it's 500. So I decided to stroke it 1 inch to make it a 650 class bike. It's actually 640 cc's. So it's got a really long stroke in it, 4 and 13/16 instead of 3 and 13. And the cylinder I think is 20 over instead of standard. So a little extra from that too. Otherwise known as worn out cylinders. And it's running on 60% nitromethane and no nitrous oxide. But we do have nitrous oxide on the bike. A small bottle right there. Comes out the other end. It goes from here to here. That was only good for 1.5 runs back in the day. So we have 2 complete nitrous systems on the bike. We got 4 nozzles feeding it. And we got a 5th nozzle here for just fuel only, for cool it off, try to make it to the finish line before it blows up. It does blow up every run, so there you go. So right now it's on nitro. Last time I ran it, I only got 2 runs, so I'm not sure I got 4. There must be some more stickers someplace. Somewhere else there must be a couple stickers. Yeah, I don't know. Don't see them. Yeah, there's Bonneville stickers. Yeah, whatever. I only got 2 runs last time I ran it. So the anyway, it melted the piston on the first pass to about 1/8 of an inch off the dome, but did get to the finish line. 100 and was it 132, I think, 131, something like that. It quit running just before the finish line, so it dropped about 10 miles an hour when the brakes came on all of a sudden. That's called when the motor quit running. And so there you go. I put it back together and made 1 more pass, but the jetting was way too rich because the fuel pump, I think, quit working on the first pass. So I ran out of fuel going on the tracks, the biggest problem. So the second pass, the fuel pump was working, and I put way too big of jets in it, and it ran too rich, it wouldn't run. So there you go. That was on that pass. So I'm going to pull this apart and see how bad the cylinder is after I melted it. It had Tribodyne oil in it, so it looked pretty good. But seeing how it looks now, 4 years later, it's 5 years later, we'll see what it looks like. I think it's only been 4 years since I ran this. So I think I ran an 18 or 19, one of those years. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart. It's made to come apart with a zipper, because it's made to come apart like a top fuel dragster. Every run it comes apart, whether it needs it or not. So simple, 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 simple. I don't know where all my parts are. They all got lost in the move, so these are my extra parts here. So these are cap plugs. One reason I use aircraft lines is because this stuff comes off quick and simple. We work in the dirt because it's all mirage. So we have this talcum powder all over the bike. And I don't like my lines being full of dirt, so when I take them off the bike, I put plugs in them. Keep stuff clean, plus it makes it quick and easy to take apart, which it does a lot. So I can have this rebuilt in a half hour if I have to, but usually it's about 45 minutes. Unless I'm lazy, just an hour. So let's see what we got here. And there's our interruption. Alright, enough interruptions. I think that was about a 2-hour interruption there. That's a little light. Okay, we'll get back to my motor. What were we working on this thing? I forget. Oh, I almost had a spark plug out. I remember. Yeah, looks like I ran it last. Bunch of aluminum on it. Yeah, it's about normal. So you don't have no electrode to burn off. It doesn't burn off. You can reuse those suckers. You keep cleaning them. They're called surface gap plugs. No matter how much heat you put on them, they still work when you're done. There's nothing to burn. It's just a shell electrode. That's it. Worst case, you put a file across the top, rub it on the ground a little bit, and reuse it. Good for another pass. There. Find that number. I got boxes of them. Okay. Let's see. What was I leaving at? Oh, line fittings. Lots of those. Dash 6. So you got a cap, then you got a plug. They go together. They also go in the lines. One goes on one line, one goes on the other line. Boom. And you're all done. They're dry. Where is my missing wrenches? Who's been helping me? There's tools missing. And not in my toolbox either. Great. Alright, that makes it fun to do work. Tools are missing. Somebody stole my 11/16 wrench. Why would they do that? Not in the bucket. Not on the bench. Where would you hide an 11/16? They didn't put it in my metric tools, would they? Shouldn't. Nope, it's metric. Nope, don't do that. Fun. What happened to my 11/16? Did I have it out for any reason? I can't think of any reason. Remember, I used to have two of them things floating around. Oh, I remember. I just stole it. Ah, it's me. I did it. I was using it on the lathe. Okay, 11/16. That is the size of the nut. And then the line is 5/8. They're fitting right there. So if you twist on these fittings, all you do is you break them free, and you can break stuff. So when you do this, you want to hold the 5/8 and you loosen the nut. And if you go like this, you can do it with one hand. Like that. Always do it so you can squeeze it, see? Boom. Hard to do. This usually has oil that comes out. So you take your cap, put it under real quick as you slide the line away. This one's dry. It's been draining for 4 years, so I guess it's finally dry. So you cap up your lines like that. Now you have to worry about the dust storm that you're going to have when you work on your bike, because it usually has a big dust storm comes by when you work on your bike. That's how it works. Alright, those are disconnected. So we got a big motor mount up here that we got to get apart. So that's a big 1/2-inch bolt. Let's see here, where are my big tools? Used to have bigger tools around here. I'm just keeping disappearing with over years. Alright, so you take 2 3/4 inches. squeeze them together up here like this. Let's see. Loosen and tighten these things. Jeez. Who tightened this? Me. Man. Ah. That was torque. That was over 100 foot-pounds on that thing. Don't worry about my motor mouth coming loose. Yeah, that hurt my hand. I was pushing pretty good on that. Half-inch bolt, you can torque the snot out of those. You know how nicely that comes out? So you have a nice strong billet aluminum mount with a nice tripod bracket under there, reinforced triple direction. Nothing moves on this motor. I have run this bike with no head bolts in it and gone 130 miles an hour. That's a lot of cylinder pressure. Okay, so these ones here, it's your normal half-inch stuff. These are torqued down pretty good too for the size. Okay. I'm going to keep missing tools. Let's see, here's 9/16, this isn't it here. So I use a quarter drive with a universal, long extension, and a little ratchet. This way things come apart real quick and easy. So you can get up here out of the way and just spin it out. Okay. So you have a space between the rocker box and the bracket. You get our bolt. Now each one is a little bit different. So you can make sure you don't mix them up. Two are the same, one is different. This one over here is a different one. This one's a little bit shorter than the other ones, about 1/8 of an inch. That just slides right out. Then you already got half your motor out. Yeah. Disconnect, disconnected. We got 4 head bolts, 4 nuts here, and that top end's off. You got to pull the exhaust pipe too, though. All right, let's go on the other side of the bike.